Good evening, folks. Thanks for watching weatherwatcher.com. Today we'll be having a look at the month of May 2013. The month of May 2013 from now up to the 30th or whenever the month of May ends. And do remember, you can get all your forecasts by going to weatherwatcher.com. Just type that into your browser, or you can go to Google and search it, and then you can also go and find it on Twitter at Caston1, all that sort of thing. So starting off today with the height comparison. On the right is the GFS, and on the left is the notorious ECMWF. You can see here that we have both on the charts got an area of low pressure across the country, and this extrapolates to the conditions being cool, unsettled and wet. The interesting thing here is that we've got high pressure out to north and east of the country on both the charts, which is basically an indication that we've got high confidence in seeing the high pressure out to north and east of the country. I know many of you have requested the hotkeys on this forecast, but I did try the hotkeys just before and have already recorded the video, and it didn't work, and we saw continuous backlash of freezing and jumping and lagging and stuff, so I won't be using those again. Looking at the looking back 2 months where we had blocking in summer in the spring summer months, and this was July 2007, the notorious July 2007, and in this month we basically got high pressure out to north, low pressure out to the south, and extrapolated to a negative NAO. And you can just see here that low pressure across the country, which is similar to the setup we're going to be seeing in the next few weeks, really, with high pressure out to north and low pressure out to south, basically a blocking pattern, meaning that those low pressures don't have anywhere much to go. So cool here, cooler conditions than normal, and also the influence of quite a lot of rainfall. Looking at the actual forecast for Sunday 19th of May, so it looks here that we will, similar to what we just saw on that chart there for the historical date towards the forecast actually. High pressure out to north, low pressure across the British Isles extrapolates to cool and average conditions with storms perhaps across many parts of the country and shower conditions persisting too. Looking at the North Atlantic Oscillation, the NAO forecast from weatherweb.net, we can see here that we've got the NAO dipping off. This extrapolates to things becoming cooler with high pressure to the north, low pressure to the south, and that's also on the NAO forecast too. They're just there. Sorry, the NAO forecast. We don't have the NAO forecast here, but the NAO forecast is dipping in towards a negative phase. This just basically means that we will see an adding complication of cold air being allowed to drain off the poles into the mid-latitude zones, so into the British Isles and into Europe. So this basically hints again at things turning much more cooler and unsettled into the middle part of May. Looking at the CFS forecast from Manchester, backs up really these cool conditions that we'll be seeing. Temperatures not going to go up to 16 degrees Celsius for most of the month until the end of the month, where we do see things start to pick up in temperature-wise. It just hints here at the forecast of perhaps high pressure coming in, which is what is currently being hinted at on its partner model, the GFS. Looking at the GFS in itself, the partner model, and this is for this is going up towards the May period, and you just see here it does back this up. We've got rainfall spikes there, meaning that we will see the unsettled conditions through to the middle part of May, and also the cool conditions, so it is looking great at all. Looking at the GFS forecast for rainfall, even worse, 40-50 millimeters of rain, double the rain we saw in April in some places, just hinting here, or just suggesting that we will see a really quite a wet week tomorrow, and a continuation into the wet middle part of May. Looking at the, I just want to leave you with the charts from weathercentrale.d. This is from the GFS model. The GFS is going for something slightly different, but what's interesting with GFS is again the blocking, quite extensive blocking across many parts of the chart here, running up through West Atlantic all the way up through towards the north, towards Greenland, Iceland, and then running up back towards Russia as well, and then the UK and Iceland itself. Sorry, UK, Iceland, and Scandinavia are in this low pressure system. So yes, a hint here that we will see this trapped off areas of low pressure. Going on towards the end of the GFS forecast period, this is quite silly to do, but again, the hint here of more unsettled conditions persisting, so there is a hint that unsettled conditions will persist. Looking at the ECMWF chart, this is for tomorrow, you can just see here that we have got settled conditions across the country. Notice that the polar vortex area is quite bluey, so the settled conditions here. But once we go through towards the end of the forecast periods, those colours have really changed dramatically. Oranges and the greens are here, and we've got this low centre across the country, which is basically hinted at the forecast of more unsettled conditions continuing in towards the middle part of May. So yes, it's a really unsettled part of May, looking like things are going to be very unsettled, especially from now through towards most part of May. Actually, things will be unsettled, so it's not looking particularly fantastic. Tune in into tomorrow, because I have recorded this Summer 13 May 1 update, which is the first update in May, and I'll be doing 3 updates in the month of May, so do change tune for that. And the final forecast coming out on the 6th of June, and yeah, that's coming out tomorrow, the 5th of May, the 1st May summer update. So see how conditions are going to be shaping up for summer 2013. It's looking okay-ish at the moment. I will update you. We have a full update again tomorrow when I'm coming back to this site. And later tonight, we will be having the 5-day forecast for the United Kingdom, weather for the next 5 days. That's coming up straight away in half an hour. Thanks very much for watching, and see you later. And stay up to warm. Have your umbrella ready, because this month of May is looking like a real settled one.